Hi, my name is Akash Kanan, and I'm here to tell you what appealing to the stone is. By the end of the class, I'll be able to tell my audience about what appealing to the stone is. So let's talk about appealing to the stone. Have you ever told yourself individually that something is possible without any type of proof? That is how appealing to the stone works. Appealing to the stone can help any individual if one is not exactly type of sort of convinced. For example, in this particular class, an individual wants a good grade. The teacher is not quietly convinced, but the student proves to the teacher that this person has worked hard, and then the student earns that good grade. While researching this particular topic, I have decided to tell you that I have encountered different types of articles and videos that help to explain how appealing to the stone process works. For example, it is very important to figure out when appealing to the stone tactics are used and how it can be used, especially when dealing with debates, especially with today's President Donald Trump, and even in our own life. Upon learning about how appealing to the stone works, we will be able to understand the usefulness and its helpfulness, and we will be able to identify and apply it to our own lives. Appealing to the stone can be used even when one is not exactly convinced and a person wants to prove a claim. And for example, like Aristotle used philosophy to describe logical fallacies, and basically these fallacies help to serve a different type of sets of laws that have grown, just like how laws govern physics. And this helps to prove that basically appealing to the stone can help in many different parts and different types of ways. When looking at my next point, I would like to give an example in today's society and even in politics, some examples, how it can be used and how people can enjoy the significance of appealing to the stone. For example, Trump and Jones were dealing with something, and basically, Trump was trying to say that something was wrong, but Jones, on the other hand, wanted to correct Trump and say what he did was right, and say that this is how appealing to the stone can work. This helps to also, Barr was suspected of doing something wrong, especially when the Justice Department and Trump told that it is very impossible to get the job done. So what Barr did was basically try to prove Trump's point, and that is how we define that appealing to the stone can work in today's society and even in politics. To sum up, I would like to say that appealing to the stone can be very helpful in politics and today's society because it helps one to prove a claim even when another one is not convinced. Especially in today's society with Trump, and even in judicial processes like hearings, that when someone is suspected of doing a crime that they haven't even convinced of doing, it can be done. Also, to sum up, we have thoroughly went over how appealing to the stone helped in proving a point, even when one is not thoroughly convinced to prove a claim. And I can give several examples in media today, in politics, and even in our own lives. For example, like in Trump was one example, grades is one example. In American Idol, I have watched several videos of that, and Simon Cowell told one of the contestants, especially Crazy Dave, that he cannot sing, and he proved it by doing well on the audition, and he tried to prove Simon's face wrong, and then he made it to the Hollywood round. Another example, even in the same show, was Carly Rosen. Simon Cowell was not exactly convinced in American Idol 7 that Carly can sing, and then she proved Simon Cowell wrong by proving her point by singing really well in Hollywood and throughout, and made it all to the way final. Even in our own lives, like take for example, like my mom told me that I'm going to fail this test, I'm going to fail this, but and not go to college. I worked so hard and I proved my mom's point that she is wrong, and I can tell you that this is why appealing to the stone is very helpful and helps to prove an opponent wrong and make the individual feel stronger. And I hope you all enjoyed and took my time to hear the speech. I hope you guys have a good day.